Computer says no. That's one of the documents you brought up.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. So this is the Human Resources Committee, and it's the first meeting of the committee since May, when this is the new civic year. So the first item on the agenda is to elect a chair. Do we have any nominations for chair of the committee, please?
I'd like to nominate Councillor Mr Daniel Carter.
Is there someone to second that nomination?
I'm happy to if I'm allowed to, but I don't know if I'm allowed to.
Yeah, Councillor, aren't you?
Yeah, you're going to say
Yeah, you're not at the start.
Are there any other nominations?
Well, Councillor Breen also expressed an interest in standing side.
You're proposing Councillor Reid, yeah. Is there anyone to second that nomination? No. Okay, so we'll take the nomination for the Mayoress. So if everybody could please vote on that nomination. It's sorry, to vote for the nomination for the Mayoress to be chair.
Oh, right, oh yeah. That's one thing.
So that's 1, 2, 3. Well, thank you very much. Thank you. So I hand over to the Mayoress to chair. Thank you.
Thank you. Apology for absence.
Thank you, Chair. Yes, we have apologies from Councillor Black due to an illness.
Oh, are we corporate, aren't we? Sorry,
Yes,
are we corporate?
5. Yes.
Declaration of interest. To receive any declaration disclosable pecuniary interest for members in respect of business to be transacted on the agenda.
No.
No.
Okay. Number 4. Minutes of the Human Resources Committee. To receive the minutes of the Human Resources Committee held on 1st of May 2024 and to consider any matters arising from those minutes not covered elsewhere in this agenda.
I'm happy to propose those minutes if somebody's happy to second them.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that Councillor Barge, you second?
Yeah.
Yeah. Councillor.
Can we take a vote, please? Everybody in favour?
Yeah.
I'm going to abstain
Abstain,
because
yeah.
I wasn't here.
Okay.
I wasn't present.
Thank you.
Public participation. Do we have any?
No requests, no.
Okay. Right, number 6. Training opportunities and expenditure from budget.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so those that have been on the Human Resources Committee before will know that we had a report where there was a lot of training requested for staff. So I'm pleased to report that 80% of that is now completed. So that's really good. And the officers obviously have taken time on top of their day-to-day work to complete that. So I want to commend them all for making the time and getting that all completed. So this is to propose recommendations for training. This is the RFO. So the RFO would like to attend 2 courses. One is the introduction to VAT and one covers partial exemption to VAT. So I'm seeking the approval from the training expenditure from the budget from STC and STBF Guildhall staff, and the courses are £45 each. The existing budget for training for this fiscal year is £1,000 for STC and the STBF Guildhall £1,000, with nothing spent from either budget to date. So that is £90 I'm asking to be spent from divided between those 2 budgets, £45 from each. The council training budget for 2024-25 is £1,500 with nothing spent to date. And there are lots of opportunities for training provided through the Kent Association of Local Councils, and each course is £60 per person. So I'm hoping that councils will want to take advantage of some of these opportunities. So the first one is mastering planning applications, and this would really be beneficial to anybody on the planning committee. And most of these are now online, which is very beneficial as well, because obviously with people that are working, sometimes it's not always convenient to go to a course in the daytime. So that one's 6:30 to 8:30 on the 17th of July, and there will be another one later in the year as well in September. There's also one now they've renamed as the Nuts and Bolts of Parish Councils, and this is a foundation course for new councillors who'd like to learn more about their role. There's also, if you've had an opportunity to undertake the Master in Planning applications, they do also do an advanced planning topics for local councils as well, and that one will be in October. There are also other shop opportunities through Cloudy IT. They do e-learning for digital skills training, and also Breakthrough Communications. We currently have our Council Hive subscription, and this can assist us with communicating and engaging effectively and compliantly with the community. Also, the National Association of Local Councils provide various conferences and training, and there's a link provided for you all on this report. And their courses usually cost £30 each. So my recommendation is the committee agree the expenditure for the schedule of training for £90, which is well within budget, and also consider the training available from CALC for councillors, and recommend a proposal for a schedule that can be used to invite councillors from committees to attend training. Thank you, Chair.
Councillor Carter.
Obviously I'd like to recommend that the RFO does get to do the training that's required, and I think at £90 that's more than adequate considering the budget. Also, I'd like to, I myself would like to sign up for some of these training courses. I don't know if the town clerk could just answer a couple of things. One, are these training courses, are you able to do them remotely, or have you actually got to turn up at a location?
They are online, they
Online.
are remotely.
Oh, that's
yes.
good. Because
Yes.
previously with CALC, we had to go to a place near, did you go there, Jeff? A place near Ashford.
I've been to, I think, Ash Primary School.
Oh yeah, you had to travel to go and get to them, so but if they're online.
They're online.
And my last thing before I let Councillor Wells speak, was, he's been very patient, thank you, is with these, do we book them direct with CALC, or do we do it via the town clerk?
You do it via me, please. Yes,
Brilliant,
so we
that's
keep an idea on the invoices that are coming through, and obviously Karen will be informed of the training that we're booking as well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, Councillor Wall.
Yeah, I'd like to book for the September and October planning
Okay.
training, could I also recommend that details of those training sessions go to all councillors, not just planning committee members, because sometimes the council as a whole does look at planning issues or planning applications.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'd like to be always keeping up to date, especially with the new election. There could be changes in the planning laws, I think. So I'd like to do the July one and see how it goes.
So you'd like to join the July?
Yeah, the July
Okay.
one. Yeah, because it might be change by the September one comes.
Yeah.
Might be,
Could I ask that all councillors are made aware of all of the courses that are available,
Mm-hmm.
and I assume that that all councillors are made aware of all of the courses that are available, and I assume that the budget, as it's approved, the town clerk can just agree that councillors join a course up to the £1,000 limit, so it's a first come, first served within the budget.
Thank you.
Councillor Carter, yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry. Could I book similar? Could I book the ones for? I can't do the ones in July, but I could do the one on the 12th of September and the 17th of October. And I have done basic training twice before with Dover District Council. So I like Councillor Franklin. We've both done our basic
went up to Whitfield.
ones. We've been up to Whitfield to do that. So if that's possible, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Just your vote.
Sorry, can I just ask, should it be a condition of being on the planning committee that everybody who is on the planning committee has had the suitable training?
So that's a good idea, because that's what we did before. The first time we went up to Whitfield, it was the whole council went up to Whitfield. But this is a good suggestion, that all planning councillors on the plan should take at least one of the courses, even if it's the preliminary one. Just do the refresher.
Yeah.
Because I think planning laws are going to change this year.
After Labour said they're going to
Yeah. That would be my recommendation as well if you're on the planning committee. Yeah.
Can we minute that?
Yes, of course.
Do you want me to take a vote?
I just wanted to pick up on
Yeah,
what
yeah.
Councillor Breen said.
Yeah.
He said that rather than me having to come back each time for agreeing the expenditure,
Yes.
if you're happy to give me delegated authority to accept bookings from councillors up to the budget, so that
Yeah.
obviously as
Yes.
long as it's within budget, so
Yes.
is everyone comfortable with that?
Yes.
Yeah, well, yeah, we should vote,
Yeah.
that should be a part of the thing we're voting on,
Keep it
delegated, yeah. So I'm
So we're voting, what are we voting for?
we're voting
For
for
the IFO, yeah?
Yes,
That's fine.
yes.
And we're voting for,
Do you want to do those separately,
yeah,
so
should we,
everybody's comfortable?
should we first vote for the £90 for IFO and the training course, everybody?
yeah, I'll second that.
No,
Yeah.
I'll further.
Thank you. That's agreed.
And the next one,
And it agreed to vote to recommend spend up to £1,000 for training for councillors.
Yes, yes, that's right, as long as it's within the budget,
Budget.
so, yeah.
And all three to the other
Yes.
Should that be a
Yeah.
priority for planning councillors?
councillors first.
Should that be a priority for councillors on the planning committee?
Yes, exactly, so the planning would be offered first to
Yeah.
all councillors, because I think that's what Councillor Green and Councillor Wiles
Yeah.
were saying, it's open to everybody.
yeah,
Once we know how many councillors take up opportunity, I can then look at the budget, see if there's any
Yeah.
budget left, and then obviously open it up for the other, the nuts and bolts of parish councils as well, if there's anybody that wants to do
Yeah.
that as well.
Okay.
yeah, I'm in favour of that.
Yeah.
So take a vote.
Thank you.
Number 7, draft plan, policies, procedures. Town clerk to share the following draft plan, policies, procedures for consideration by the HR committee. It is proposed that the plan, policies and procedure to be recommended to council for adoption. A, disciplinary.
Thank you. Yes. So obviously it's very important for the council to have human resource policies in place, and particular disciplinary grievance procedures policies. So I have drafted those for consideration this evening. The draft complaints procedure has been before the committee before, and Councillor Black did have some input on this one. So I've taken his feedback and incorporated that in this draft. And the draft business continuity plan, Councillor Chuka has been involved in putting that one together with me as well. So I've produced drafts of the following for members to consider at the Human Resources Committee, with a proposal that the documents are recommended for the Town Council meeting in July. Complaints procedure has been updated following comments from Councillor Black, and is revised for consideration again. So it's the disciplinary procedure policy, grievance procedure policy, complaints procedure, and the business continuity plan. Just to highlight to you, the venue is yet to be confirmed and highlighted in yellow. I have started negotiations with the venue, but I need to wait for confirmation, so that's why that isn't confirmed yet. Has anyone got any questions on any of those?
Councillor Wild?
Yeah, I'm broadly happy with the first two proposed policies. There's a couple of things we might come on to discuss. I think the grievance and complaints procedure and the business continuity are more suited to go to finance and general purposes. I mean, there is some crossover with HR, but primarily they're the responsibility of FGP, I think.
Yeah, it actually does. I was going to raise that point because it does say in the business continuity plan that this falls under the responsibility of the finance and general purposes.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm happy for them to be discussed here, but I think they should come to FGP next week
Next week, okay.
for further
Yeah.
approval and ratification.
I missed that.
Okay.
Sorry, what was that?
If you look at the business continuity plan on page 1, under item 2, roles and responsibility. Overall responsibility for ensuring the council has contingency plans and can deliver its service rests with the town clerk and the council's finance and general purposes committee.
Yeah, I think that's
who
more,
review and advise this policy. Now,
Yeah.
obviously, there will be some impact on staff, but I think it's really minimal. And that's why I think Councillor Wiles and I would suggest it goes to finance and general purposes.
Yeah, that's fine.
that's fine.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, just while I'm speaking, if I may, I think it would be good order, and for the avoidance of any doubt, to actually put in employee complaint procedure in the actual title of the documents, because there is a complaints procedure whereby any member of the public can make a complaint. So employee grievance procedure and employee disciplinary
Okay.
procedure as kind of the names of the documents.
Okay.
And on the disciplinary procedure, it says that on the disciplinary procedure, it says in paragraph 4, please talk to the town clerk about your well-being. I think it shouldn't all rest on your shoulders. People might want to talk to the union, or they might want to talk to the mayor. It shouldn't be incumbent on them that they have to talk to you. They should be given some options. And the second one, comment if I may, is if somebody has got they have the right to be accompanied by, I think it's one of the following 3, not by all 3, is it? The right to be accompanied by someone you work with, a trade union rep or an official.
That is correct.
You don't want to have all 3 there, because somebody will say, I didn't have all 3, so you didn't follow the procedure.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Colin's got a
Councillor Wild?
Yeah, just on the disciplinary, I mean, I'm broadly happy with this. I just think there might be some confusion about the first written warning and the final written warning, and making the distinction, because it kind of implies with the final written warning that there's already been a warning, but it's also suggesting that the final warning could be the first warning, if you see what I mean. So it just needs to be, the wording I just think needs to be tightened up there. So it says we might give you a final written warning if the offence is sufficiently serious. Does this mean the first offence, or is it a repeat of the offence that led to the first written warning?
Depends what the offence
There's
is.
some confusion there.
If it was something really drastic, they might be suspended immediately.
Exactly.
Yes, well, exactly. But I just think it needs to be clear that the final written warning could be the first written warning, but it's the final written warning, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think
Just
that's
to
what
distinguish between the two.
the offence is sufficiently serious,
Yeah.
and maybe we could just add to that, despite no previous warnings.
Yes. So where it says there is failure to improve performance while you are still under a prior warning, that means the first written warning. So the first written warning could be for a less serious offence, then it's repeated or exacerbated, and you get the final written warning.
Yeah. So this is what this is saying. The offence is, if it's sufficiently serious, this you would just get
The final
written
warning.
warning.
I just think the wording needs to be clear on that, to say you can get a final warning as a first warning, if it's sufficiently serious.
Is there a time limit on the warning?
Sorry?
Is there a time limit?
12
six-
months it
six-
says.
Has everyone got 6 or 12?
I think
I think
we've
I've
got
got
12 months in
Yes,
this.
I have got 12 months.
12 months.
Yeah.
Can we have that start before the continuing played up? So really, it shouldn't be another first warning, it should be a second warning, shouldn't
That's
it?
it, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, even if it's over that period. Is what I think.
Usually there's a like a PEP, isn't there, like performance employee plan, so that they, if you give them the first written warning, there's a plan in place that they have to meet.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah, I'm happy to propose those with the amendments given. by Councillor Green and Councillor Wiles.
Anybody second?
So we're going to take the continuity plan to finance and general
That
purposes,
sounds good.
Yeah,
just that one, and we're greenlighting the others.
absolutely.
Well, the complaints, if it's the employee complaints procedure.
No, it's the general complaints. Is that
Yes,
my understanding?
It is,
It's
yeah.
members
So-
of the public,
It
service
is.
users
Yes.
complaining about parts.
Yes.
So
Yes.
to me, that's more to do with FGP than
Right.
HR.
But if an employee has a complaint, what?
That's the
It's the
grievance.
That's
grievance.
grievance.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
So did you want to take these individually?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, we'll vote
I
for
think-
individually.
yeah.
Okay. Let's first vote for the disciplinary
Disciplinary.
policy.
Yeah.
As amended.
As amended.
As
Amended,
amended.
yeah.
That's it.
The grievance policy.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Okay.
And there's no amendments to that one?
No.
Okay.
C, complaints procedure.
Yeah, I'm happy with that one.
Amendments.
Well, we said that was going to go to the finance and general purposes, the complaints, yeah?
Complaints. So nobody's got any feedback on that one at all at the moment?
No?
No? And the
Continuity plan.
business continuity plan?
Yeah, definitely goes to financial and general purposes, yeah. That's it.
Okay. And could I just ask that when these sorts, because there's going to be a lot more policies coming through, if anyone's got comments and feedback they could give me before the meeting, that would be really helpful, because it's quite tricky
Yeah.
when everybody's got different ideas and different
Yeah.
comments and trying to collaborate it. Thank you.
Yeah. Good one.
Thank you.
I think what would be useful there is if drafts could be circulated to all councillors in advance. And then when it comes to the meeting, we don't have this discussion because all the suggestions have been already made, so.
Yeah.
So,
But as ever, it needs time, so when you only get the information 3 days before, you know, if we got it earlier, and you've got more time to feed out comments.
Well, it's like asking finance questions on the town council meeting on Monday night, isn't it? You've had the minutes, you know, you could ask the finance officer on the Monday.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I've got the correct answer rather than the town clerk having to say, oh, I'll get back to you.
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, good point.
so what do we say the time scale? If we had any
Well,
feedback to you
I
on the
can't,
day.
I can't say that I can get things to you 2 weeks before a meeting because I'm always working on another report and another committee or another council or another Tollbridge fund. So I'm really sorry, we're all in this situation. I'm working a lot of extra hours at the moment to service all these committees and
Yeah,
meetings. I'm in a position where I'm, you know, staying up late to do all this work.
yeah.
So I appreciate it's difficult, but
I would just say feedback, how early to catch,
Well,
to say today's meeting, you need to know by when.
well, I don't have to necessarily, but I'm just saying it makes it easier for me to collate, you know, lots of different
Information before.
ideas and
So-
feedback and
Yeah.
So the day before.
We get the papers 3 days before.
Wednesdays.
And it's on
So we-
Wednesday, so you've got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you've got Saturday, Sunday to look at it. If the worst comes to worst, you could contact the town clerk.
The latest Monday,
Yeah.
or the day of the
Yeah.
meeting.
You've got 3 days beforehand, haven't you? So,
Okay. Number 8, confidential matters. Under the Public Bodies Admission to Meetings Act 1960, the public may be excluded from the meeting for the following items of business on the ground that they involve the likely disclosure of exempt information as defined in Part 1 of Schedule 12A of the Local Government Act 1972 by virtue of paragraph specified against the item. Number 1, information relating a particular employee or applicant to become an employee of a particular office holder under the authority. Can we vote to go to confidential?
decision required, yes, so I'm quite happy to vote to go into confidential.
Yeah.
That's unanimous.